Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Bullying Reported Please podcast, where we tackle the tough conversations surrounding bullying. From the schoolyard to the workplace, even to the church, bullying can leave lasting scars on its victims. So on this podcast, we'll explore real life stories, expert insights, and we'll provide you with some practical strategies for identifying, addressing, and preventing bullying behavior. Whether you're a parent, a teacher, a student, victim, or even the bully, this podcast is for you. It is for everyone because we want to make this world a place where everybody feels safe. And this can only be done if we all stick together and join in the fight to create a safer, more inclusive environment for everyone. On today's podcast, we're going to talk about cyberbullying. Cyberbullying. It is rampant. First, let me tell you what cyberbullying is, and I'm going to read this verbatim. Cyberbullying is a form of bullying that takes place over digital devices like computers, smartphones, and tablets. It can occur through SMS, text, apps, online social media forums, or gaming where people can view, participate in, or share content. Basically, any mobile device, through apps, through social media, websites, on and on and on. And it could be anything from sending postings, sharing negative, harmful, false, or even mean content about someone, sharing personal and private information about someone else, causing embarrassment and humiliation. You would not believe the stats are astronomical when it comes to cyberbullying. And why is cyberbullying so prevalent? Thank you for asking. It travels quick. And believe it or not, you can delete posts on your social media and it is still there. It will be there for infinity. It will be there. So you really can't go in and delete it. It may be deleted from the public eye. However, there are law enforcement that can go in and retrieve deleted messages on your social media. And it's being used more and more and more to detect criminal activity. Now, the stats on cyberbullying. Wow. 64% of American young adults ages 18 to 29 have experienced cyberbullying. Middle school age cyberbullying victims are almost twice as likely to attempt suicide than non-victims. 41% of U.S. adults have experienced some form of online harassment. We're talking about the United States now. The number of Americans experiencing physical threats and sexual harassment online has doubled in the last 10 years. Doubled. And over 40% of adult internet users report having personally experienced cyberbullying in their lifetime. These stats are not as of today. These stats were compiled about a year ago. So what made cyberbullying surpass bullying at school? Well, bullying was highest at school before COVID. It was higher at school. Where do students spend the most time other than at home? It's at school. During COVID, schools were shut down. So in order to keep our children educationally engaged, school districts, the federal government, everybody, Chromebooks, they were giving Chromebooks to students. And so some students that didn't have access to the internet or tablets or any kind of mobile device, they got them during school. Yes, there were controls on these tablets and Chromebooks and whatever other iPads. There were software. We have some smart students. We have some very smart students that cracked the code, needless to say, and were going to sites that were not approved by the schools. But since then, it has been an influx of cyberbullying. Kids as young as, oh my goodness, babies got cell phones. They have cell phones. Middle school, cell phones. It has gotten so bad that in the school systems, they're having to ban cell phones in the school. Because kids are more so on their phones than being actively engaged in schoolwork. Now, this does not apply to all schools. It does not. But I know at least 1 in 5 of you have heard of that happening in your school. If you have children of school age or relatives that are school age, you do know what happens in school. And teachers, you definitely know. That was one of my biggest fights. Put your cell phone away. Give me your cell phone. That was one of the biggest hassles that I had during my 15 years of teaching high school, was the cell phones. So now policies are being put in place. But it's all-time high since then because of access. Some common examples of cyberbullying includes harassment. That's repeatedly sending offensive, rude, and insulting messages. Harassment, posting, spreading false information on someone, damaging their reputation. Impersonation. How many of you have had your Facebook accounts hacked? Check your email, spam. Oh my God. It is ridiculous. I get friend requests from people that I know are already my friends. I know this. So I delete the request, report it, and delete it. I delete those requests because they are impersonating someone else. I've seen some pages that have been hacked and the person came out saying it's not me because they're sending rude images, text messages, that they're doing everything, messages. It's not me. So we have to be very mindful about those things. Outing. Someone sharing somebody's secret or embarrassing information or images. Get mad at the girlfriend. Put images out there. Get mad with the boyfriend, husband, wife, whomever. Put those images out there. You're crossing the line. You're crossing the line. It goes beyond cyberbullying. Then it becomes a criminal act. Exclusion. Intentionally alienating, excluding someone from a group, like a chat group. You know how we have these private groups on our social media sites, and as well as on your phone, in your messages, these private groups, in intentionally excluding someone from an online group. Cyber stalking. Cyber stalking. Wow. Repeatedly sending messages that includes threats or harm or intimidation. The internet, the social media sites, or breeding grounds for many other illegal activities that have no good in mind. It serves its purpose. It has the intent. I think the intent of social media was good. Good, but it take people to make it what it is. And we have to be very, very, very careful about what we post online, what we share, what we like. Because if we share a bullying post, we're just as guilty as the bully. Well, actually, we become the bully as well by sharing that information. Cyberbullying can happen anytime, anywhere, and the harmful content shared widely and quickly. And that's what makes it so difficult to control once it starts. It can have serious emotional and psychological effects on victims, just like any other form of bullying. It can cause the same effects on the victims: depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and even in extreme cases, suicidal thoughts. Or even because of the depression, the low self-esteem, and hopelessness, it can cause one to take their own lives. It's an issue. It is definitely an issue that have lasting mental health impact and cause the well-being of individuals, especially young people. We as adults, we've dealt with a lot coming up. Some of us have more than others, but we've all learned coping mechanisms, some better than others. However, with this kind of harassment, this kind of, for lack of a better word, cyber torture, it can be difficult. And what's really difficult to parents, loved ones, is knowing this is happening, seeing it happening, and feel helpless to defend it. Well, let me give you some practical strategies for reporting and preventing cyberbullying. Reporting it. Save the evidence. Screenshots. Save the messages. Save the emails. Everything that's associated with it. Save that. Gather the evidence. Save the evidence. And report it. Report it to, if it's Facebook, report it to Facebook. Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, report it. Report it to whatever platform that it's on. Use that reporting feature on if it's an app, website, wherever the bullying occurred. And most of them, if not all, have built-in reporting tools. When cyberbullying involves threats of violence, child pornography, stalking, video voyeurism, report it to law enforcement. Report it to law enforcement because, again, you stepped over into the realm of criminal activity. Notify the school. If the victim is a student, Inform the school. If the perpetrator is a victim, inform the school so they can take appropriate actions. And how did I tell you to report bullying to school? Gather all the information, save the evidence, who, what, when, where, online, who did you tell, what happened, and of course you need your witnesses. You need your witnesses. Use helplines. Use the helplines. National helplines are organizations that specialize in dealing with cyberbullying. You can Google them, stopbullying.gov. There are several out there that you can pull valuable resources from. How do we prevent it? I got a cell phone. They got a cell phone. How in the world can we stop cyberbullying? Well, number one, education and awareness. Let's educate our people about the effects of bullying and the cyberbullying and the importance of kindness online. You remember, we have to think about, unfortunately, so many people out there that most of their connection to the outside world is through the internet. Chat rooms, groups, online groups, TikTok, a lot. Be kind, be careful, and be kind online. It's very important. Your privacy settings. Use those privacy settings on social media to limit who can see and who can interact with your profile. And oh my goodness, think before you post. Think before you post. How would you feel if someone posts this? Golden rule. Treat others like you want to be treated. So post only those things that you would like to see post. Be kind. Think carefully before posting anything online. And again, be careful what you share. Be careful what you share. Because once you share it, you are co-signing. You're agreeing to what that person is saying. Promote positive online behavior, respect, positivity, and encourage bystanders to speak up, speak out against cyberbullying. Parental monitoring. Monitor your children's online activities and have open conversation about internet safety. Parental controls. Know your kids' username and password. Yes, check it. Is it an invasion of privacy? Well, I'd rather know sooner than later what was going on online with my child, my loved one. I would most definitely want to know sooner than later. And there is some anti-bullying software out there. Software that can monitor and block cyberbullying content. Stopbullying.gov is a good resource to look up some suggested software. I'm not endorsing any, therefore I'm not calling any names on what software you can use. But there are resources out there that you can also check out. And as I stated earlier, stopbullying.gov is one of them. National Bullying Prevention Center, Cyberbullying Research Center, which provide research and resources on cyberbullying. We need to take some action, take some steps to help create a safer and more respectful online environment. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure you've had to block some people, unfriend people on your social media sites because of the derogatory posts they were making. And everyone want to holler, if you don't like it, stay off my page. Well, I really hate to burst your bubble, but let's be realistic. It's not your page. You don't own it. The company owns your page and your contents. Be very careful about what you post on your pages, on the website. Report it to the platform. I am so sick and tired of text messages. Hello, this is so and so and so. Are you interested in selling your home? No. Hello, how are you today? Report and delete. Report and delete. Do not correspond with those robots, bots, whatever they may be. They have the potential to be dangerous. Cyberbullying spreads quick. And it can happen to any of us. So let's just foster a safer environment, one that's respectful and positive. Ladies and gentlemen, I am E. Jones Blackshear, your hostess for Bullying Reported Please podcast. Tune in each and every week to empower yourself and make a difference in the fight against bullying. Join us as we strive to create safer, more inclusive environments, including the web, for everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stand together against bullying, one report at a time. On next week's episode, we will explore something that most of you have never heard about. I have asked several people, have you heard about this? And they say, no. And so they'll ask me the question, what is it? You definitely don't want to miss next week's episode. Like, share, and subscribe to Bullying Reported Please podcast. And August 1st, the relaunch of Bullying Reported Please website, www.bullyingrip.org. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, be positive and be great.